Good morning, welcome back to my channel. Happy Saturday. If you're new here, my name is Abby, and in today's video I'm going to show you my May favourites. So I used to do these videos every month. I used to do them once a month and talk about the favourite plants I had in my collection, why, and sometimes just favourite leaves, favourite part of a plant, just like really focusing on the plants that have really caught my eye in that month. But as my collection has got smaller, as I have not been buying so many plants or so many different plants, I don't feel like I really have anything new to share. So I have been laying off these videos. However, with us entering spring and we're well and truly in growing season, there's been so many new things on my plants that I do want to show you. So in today's video, I'll take you around and I'll show you the things that have caught my eye recently. And yeah, we'll just really focus on those beautiful plants that I really appreciate at the moment. One of the first ones or plants I'm going to show you is a full plant. It's not just a leaf. It's a plant that I wasn't sure how I felt about it when it arrived. It's a plant that I took a risk with. So I think any variegated plant, you're always taking a risk by buying it online and not seeing what it looks like before. So any variegated plant I bought from Plant Lovers, I always pick the plant and select the plant, just so I'm not disappointed. I love the element of surprise, but nearly all the time I have quite high hopes, and nearly all the time when it comes to variegated plants, I'm always a bit like, oh, I don't think I would have bought that if it was this one. So this is actually one. This is a Variegated Eupatorium. The reason I didn't buy this previously from Dean's Garden Centre when I've seen it in person is because the variegation was so low. However, Grow Tropicals had the this plant for sale, and it wasn't a bad price. I think it was like I'll put the price on the screen. I can't remember. It was either $12.99 or $20, or I remember it being like justifiable for the risk. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It is kind of still low variegation, especially like some of it. Like there's multiple growth points in here, but I really like the new growth coming through. Like it's very holy, you know, very fenestrated. I just think I really like that about this plant more so than the low variegation. So yeah, it's not the plant that I imagined receiving, but I love it, and I kind of just wrap this round. Normally I've just watered it, so I normally wrap this round because it's quite lanky. But the variegation, like I say, isn't the best. It's just the size of the new leaves at the top and the fenestrations. So in this, if I can show you, probably not, it's got quite a few growth points. You can see there's something new coming through here. And growth point wise, I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5 growth points. So it has the potential to be a really good plant in terms of size. But yeah, I really, since this leaf has come through, I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, and I've moved it to my son's shelves, so it gets less light where it was before, but I moved it there because I noticed it was getting some kind of like weird markings on it. I wasn't sure. I just wanted to kind of like keep it separate from my elbows, but since then I bought ties and there's ties in here, so yeah, it seems to be absolutely fine. I think maybe that was just different, you know, different change in the weather. The weather's been crazy here in England. So this next one is so obviously going to be on this list. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know what I'm about to show you, but this leaf is so perfect. But yeah, I feel a bit nervous about this plant and the other plant that I got, because I'll turn you around and I'll show you why I'm nervous. This is the plant, obviously. This is the new leaf. I'll pop a picture on the screen. When I love new leaves when they come through and they're just like neon green. It's starting to darken off a bit, but it's huge. You really can't you can't really grasp how big it is until you see it in person. It's beautiful, it's lovely, but I am worried about the plant in general because they have been browning. That's old browning, but that's semi-old. But yeah, that's new there. Like, they have been browning since I bought them into my house. But I went to my friend's house yesterday for his daughter's first birthday, who bought two from the same people at the same time. So we bought five in total. He has two, I have two, and Lily has one. His were also browning like this. So it's not me, but I do, yeah, it makes me feel better knowing it's not just me. But yeah, I am kind of confused why this is happening. This is still a bit wet, so it's not like it's dry. The other one is in dry substrate, so it needs water, but we're not here to talk about that. But yeah, this leaf is just so beautiful. And yeah, I just think the plant just looks miles better now. It's got a leaf facing this way. I would love it if this could sort itself out, but here we are. This next one is my Cebu Blue Pothos. I haven't, like, tied it to this moss pole yet, but I love the way it looks in this new terracotta pot and on this moss pole. So this moss pole was actually from someone called Mitch. It's from Mitch's prop shop, and I saw him advertise selling these for £3 on Facebook. So I bought a couple. I'm just having a hard time keeping the moss moist, but yeah, I obviously need to trail and train it to it, so tie it to the moss pole and then just hope it kind of like finds its way, because at the moment it's not. I kind of just repotted it and just left it for a while. But yeah, some time for a water. But I do really love the look of this. I think it's just so beautiful, and it's nice to have a moss pole that's an adequate size, so it's not massive, but you do see the plant more so than like a massive pole. But it's more for support. Like, I'm using this for support and more to, if the leaves kind of, and the roots on the stem do get in there, amazing. If it doesn't, it's not a big deal. I do just like the way it looks. So I thought I would give it a go because I thought £3 was cheap. And yeah, if I really did want this to grow bigger, I'd obviously have to put it on something that I could extend, and I'm sure you can extend this, but yeah, that's not the idea for now. But yeah, I love this one so much. The final favourite is actually a variegated Monstera cutting that this is the original leaf on the original elbow that I bought 3 years ago. This is what actually sold it to me, just like it was obviously not brown, but this is a different part of the plant, and I popped them up together, and I've had since 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves. So this is the newest leaf that's come in. It's really beautiful, really just really simple. Just, yeah, I really like this. I love how like fresh it is and nice. This is part of the lower variegated plant, which is actually this one. This is the higher variegated plant, even though it's not the highest. But yeah, I love these like little leaves that are coming through. So this was this is the other moss pole I bought from Mitch. But yeah, these were the original 2 leaves, and then they are getting bigger, So I think that's cool. Let me check the root. Yeah, the root seems to, I know I've like velcroed it to there, but the root seems to be finding its way in. This needs a water, so I'm going to do that after. But yeah, this is a favourite plant for me at the moment. I just love the way it looks. When it's watered, this is a bit higher and it's nicer. But in the video I'm going to film now, actually, because my husband, his friend, and my son are at the garden centre having a little walk and coffee. Just so I can do some plant stuff, because I've got loads and loads and loads of planty stuff to do. So after, I'm going to tie this up because I found my string again. But I just love this plant so much. It sits next to my desk because I really enjoy looking at it that much. So I do hope that the leaves kind of grow in bigger, as you would hope. But if they don't, I'm totally fine with this. I think it's just really beautiful. But it's a shame the little leaves are behind the big leaves. But yeah, this is the other one I wanted to show you guys. That is it. They are my favourites for the month of May. I could really just go around and show you everything because so many things are growing. But like I said, I'm about to start to film a new video, a bit of a plant chores and update. So I will give you the updates in that and keep this very much for the favourites. But I really love those plants. I'd be so happy if like the Seeded Blue carried on growing the way it's growing because it is giving me quite a few new leaves. And I eventually imagine I will let it trail because I love trailing plants. This is looking really healthy and big right here, isn't it? But yeah, I just really love them. And yeah, fingers crossed, everything continues to grow like it is, like I say, and I get good growth this growing season. But I know a lot of people are seeing really great growth at the moment, and I haven't heard, touch wood, too many problems with pests just yet. So I know that always stunts plants' growth. So fingers crossed we have a good growing season, but let me know how your plants are growing down in the comments below. I love talking to you guys there, so drop me a comment, and yeah, I will see you in next week's video. Thanks for watching. Bye.